Three, go.
Welcome to Lost in the Desert podcast. I am your co-host Kareem,
My name is Assam.
and this is episode 6.
6. Eid Mubarak.
Yes, to our Muzzy brothers.
Yes, I can finally drink. Well, I'm sipping on Dutch Bros, but I'm not saying drink.
Okay, whatever.
That feels so good.
However you want to justify
I
it.
have my energy now, though. I don't have to fast during this podcast. But I will miss Ramadan.
We only had 2 episodes with you fasting.
It wasn't easy.
Was it?
It wasn't easy. Because I wasn't really I didn't have the energy to talk. I'm just tired. And then also it was so close to breaking my fast. So I'm just waiting by the minute. So now I'm chilling.
Well, glad to have you back. And
Appreciate you.
your playoff predictions were trash.
It's not over yet, though.
Mine weren't great either. I thought the Clippers would do better, but I'm not surprised. After game 1, I said, wow, the Clippers are playing great.
Yeah.
After game 2, I said, damn. And then you find out Kawhi's gone and now he's hurt and everything.
Yeah,
and the whole system fell apart.
It's over. So
yeah, the whole system fell apart for them.
They just won. They just won today.
Yeah.
The one more game they're out. The Knicks are surprising me.
Are they?
Yeah,
I told you they would win. I told you the Knicks would win.
Beat the Cavs?
Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody predicted that.
I predicted that. I said they would beat the Cavs. They would win the series.
The Warriors is not over yet. The Warriors will make a comeback. It's 2-1 right now. Don't quit on my Warriors. I'm telling you.
Well, that's tomorrow, right?
Yes, tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
They don't play today.
And then I was right about the Lakers. I said they would split. They would split home and away. So I plan.
No,
one
you were
of
right
them,
about your boys.
Yeah, one of them is going to win today. I think the Lakers are going to win today. I don't see them losing back-to-back games. Especially, I think Ja is in because I checked at the injury report. Nobody said that he wasn't out yet. So,
But you were right though. They do play better without Ja.
I've always told you they play better without Ja.
When I watched that game, that's all I thought about. I was like, you know what, Kareem was right.
They do play better without Ja because I feel like Ja, it forces them to go through Ja, and Ja is inefficient. He's an inefficient shooter, right? And he's better at going to the rim, but then you have to deal with AD at the rim, and he's not going to be able to go. The rim is kind of clogged. The paint, excuse me, not the rim. The paint is kind of clogged up because you have people trying to deal with AD. You have AD himself. You have all that going on down there, and now he doesn't really have the space to go do his thing. Yeah. So he's forced to shoot, and he's not going to play well shooting.
No, that's fair.
He'd play much better against a smaller team, I guess. I feel like against the Golden State, he would cook. Because the system is more in place for him to get his buckets.
No, I didn't like how everybody was shitting on the Warriors after all that. Relax, it's not over yet.
They play better without Draymond. It's looking bad for his contract.
No.
They played.
I mean, what happened to Draymond was bullshit too, as well. The dude grabbed his leg. What else is he supposed to do? He grabbed it, and then the fact that he didn't even get fined as well. Dude, you grabbed the man's leg. You deserve to get stomped on.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. That was dumb. But it's also like you said, it's Draymond. As soon as anything happens, it's Draymond's fault.
Can we agree that all athletes are whiny and complaining when it comes to refereeing?
When it comes to NBA, though,
all of them. Football players are the worst. Soccer players are the worst when it comes to bitching and complaining. Look at you smile. Yeah, you know it.
True,
they get touched and they're like, oh.
I actually hated that.
Especially because the clock doesn't stop. So they use that to. If the clock stopped, they wouldn't be wasting their time. They would be wasting rolling around.
To soccer players, it is the worst. I remember that at one point there was this era where you barely touch the flop season. But now because they're getting fined and stuff like that, it's slowing down. It's still there though because they wasting time, pretending that they're injured and stuff like that. But yeah, you know what? That's fair to say. You're right.
Soccer player, but I get it.
I can't deny it.
But you have to think about it. I'm not mad at it because the clock doesn't stop.
Exactly.
So if you're trying to strategically, the end game is to win. And you know me, I try to be a logical person. The end game is to win. Check your pride. And if you need to roll around and cry for a couple seconds or a minute just to waste time, be my guest.
Usually they add the time,
the extra time,
but
it's not exactly because they probably waste 10 minutes and they'll give you 3 minutes of extra time.
Because some games you think they're gonna get extra 5 minutes, but they only give you 2, then you're fucked. But no, you're right. That's how it usually is.
How do you feel about Draymond when they said, "Oh, the decision to suspend him for one game is also partially based on his history," because Draymond has 17 flagrants.
No, it's. I think they do have
or 17 ejections. I think I can't remember 17.
No, they do pick on him,
I think
but
it's 17 flagrants.
To suspend him, that's also in the playoffs. Is what the fuck, y'all? This is just stupid.
Oh, it gets people riled up. Gets people.
It's
watching.
just so dumb. Fine him, okay, I get it. You got mad at him, but what's it called? That dude grabbed his leg. Why is he not getting fined and getting suspended? Because he could have injured him. He could have twisted his ankle. He could have he could. So many things could have happened.
I think it was like a soft, like grabbing his leg. Because
How is it a soft ball? He
have you-
hugged it. He's like,
if you look at Draymond,
Clowns.
Draymond got up and he pulled. He's like, oh, I couldn't get up. I couldn't land.
You
Where was
couldn't.
my leg? No. He got up, thought about it. I saw him. He got up. His foot was still planted. He could have literally been like, get off me. And then Sabonis would have gotten in trouble and nothing would have happened to Draymond. Draymond was theatrical. He was dramatic about it. And he got up and then he stomped on his
As he
leg and
should.
pulled the other one.
He should
It
have
was
stopped
a
him.
whole.
He should have stopped him on his fucking face.
Draymond, I'm sorry. That was a bullshit take.
Nah.
Your excuse was bullshit.
Next
and
time,
you know it.
stomp on his fucking face.
That's fine.
Punk ass bitch.
His excuse was bullshit. I saw that. I was like, bro, you knew damn well you could have put
I
your foot
hated it.
anywhere else
It was dumb as fuck.
because his foot was already planted when he pulled up and Sabonis had it.
Yeah.
All he had to do was be like,
He's
yo,
literally like
get
bear
off
hugging
my
it.
foot. Like, or if you wanted to hurt him, he
And
could have
then-
shook that
and then the
planted
fact-
foot.
And then the fact like he was on the floor like crying, acting like he just got hit like by a truck. Like, dude,
Hey,
you're a grown ass man.
it said apparently the X-ray said he has like a contusion or something.
Yeah, you should.
Or like a
It
bruised
should have been
sternum.
a broken rib.
Bro, that's fucked up.
Fuck him.
But I thought I was like, bro, they knew
was
how to
dumb.
play it. He's there to win. But it
yeah,
didn't. But
but
it
I just-
backfired. And it backfired because Golden State whooped their ass.
And they were gonna go again
That's fine.
tomorrow. Yeah, so it's not over yet. I mean, so far, the playoffs are actually been good. Like it's entertaining. It's getting everybody. So, we can't wait,
TikTok did not like your basketball take.
bro. It's hilarious. I'm gonna tell you right now. I really don't care what y'all say, and that's the beauty of it. Like to get to me, and you know this too as well. If somebody says something that I like, that was really funny, and they clown on me, like I would salute you, and you know that. Like
Mhm.
I give you props because it's really hard to get to me.
What did you think about Russ's play? He dropped 37, 3 of 6 from 3,
Yeah.
0 at the free throw. He didn't get fouled at all. He did not go to the free throw line.
We're seeing slowly Russ getting his confidence back.
What have I told you? What did we talk about episode 1?
Episode 1, yeah.
What did I tell you
He needs to
episode
be
1?
around a team that they're focused around.
He needs to be the primary ball handler and scorer. It's not that Russ can't play, is that system doesn't. That system he was in LA and the beginning of the Clippers when
Yeah.
PG was in, it didn't benefit him in any way, shape, or form. His style of play.
If he stays with Clippers like this, he's gonna have a 10-time better season next year.
Well, Kawhi's out, so he's got no choice.
Yeah.
They're basically talking
By the way,
about.
Kawhi was playing injured and he was still balling. That's scary.
Bro, what did I tell you? If Kawhi stays healthy, the Suns never win this
Yeah, I can see that.
because they had them on defense, like they were making them work.
He's that player that everybody worries when he checks in. Everybody just goes, "Fuck." Nah, you're good.
No, it's not going to work today.
It's all good.
Oh well, I guess go with the
Yeah.
lights off. But it's such a distraction. I can't stand it.
Do you
But
really?
at the same time, like for me, it is. But because I want to
For the people that are listening,
for them to work.
the lights here go off and then we have to turn them on. Don't worry about it.
We've explained this on episode 2. If you guys were loyal, you would know this
Yeah,
already.
We know this. We're on a budget.
But yeah, I think Russ is going to be fine with
Yeah,
the Clippers,
no,
but it's
100%.
basically showing like they can play defense,
Hmm.
but they just don't have enough like firepower. They don't have enough offense for the Clippers to come back.
Yeah.
I still think the Clippers will win one more game with all this said and done. I think they'll get the system right. They'll win one more game.
They might bring Kawhi just might play.
But the Suns basically win in at least 6.
Yeah.
No more. I don't see them going
No,
more than 6.
I think they'll win because they're playing home next game.
The Suns?
Yeah.
Well, the Suns lost their first game at home, didn't they?
Yeah, but they're trying to
We'll see.
finish it off at home.
After all,
sometimes
that
you see
mental-
teams do that. They be up by 3 and then they lose the away game so they can win at home, like just to make more money.
I thought Philly was going to lose this game without Embiid, and they
Nope.
really
They balled.
they pleasantly surprised me because
They
I
balled.
thought you couldn't rely on Harden and Maxey,
Yeah.
and that was look at
No,
look
they
at them.
they balled.
I
out.
didn't watch it, but I looked at I was like halfway. Looked at halftime. I said, "Bro, this is a close game."
Yeah.
And I looked at it at the end and looked at numbers. I'm like, "Damn, they balled out without Embiid,"
No, they definitely balled out.
which kind of it should worry other teams because they played very well, and it should
Yeah.
worry other teams that wow, they could play this well without Embiid. Embiid is
The
probably
Hawks got to win
resting.
too.
The Hawks did get a win, but I'm not surprised. I never thought Boston was a mentally tough team anyway. So.
Yeah. Trey balled out, but Trey needs help. He can't be behind.
Trey's another one. He needs to be in a different system. That system doesn't benefit him.
Yeah.
And people have been disrespecting him all week, talking about the Hawks are thinking of trading him, and
Where would it be? Where would we get a trade for Trey?
Let's see. Somewhere with no good point guard. But he's going to go to a trash team because they're probably going to give up a lot to get him.
Yeah.
Gonna have to go. He can go through the rebuild. He's young.
I can see. Pelicans see taking him.
No. Why would the Pelicans take him?
Shooter. He's a shooter.
No, he's not. He's also pretty inefficient. He's
Yeah.
one of those get to the basket, get fouled,
Yeah,
make
but
most of your
Trey's a
points at the
shooter.
foul line.
No, he's a shooter.
He's inefficient, my guy.
Where would you see him go through?
I'm thinking.
Imagine the Knicks, because remember when him in New York went at it.
He could go. He could actually do well in Knicks. They don't have like a really
That'd
good
be
point guard.
hilarious. Because he's public number anyone in New York. They still say fuck Trey, but that'd be sick if he goes to New York. But I doubt it. But that'd be hilarious. That'd be like two worlds colliding.
But he's gonna have to take a back seat. I'm really thinking. I can't think not Miami. They wouldn't They don't.
Miami.
I have to think of Trey's contract as well. Knicks couldn't do it because of the contract. What's his name? Actually, Dallas wouldn't be a bad fit.
That's a good one.
Dallas wouldn't be a
They
bad
trade
fit.
Kyrie for him?
Trade Kyrie for Trey. And now you have somebody who takes a little bit of a backseat
For Luka.
Because Kyrie again is one of those very, very ball dominant and kind of will get in Luka's face.
Mm-hmm.
So that one would work, and I think it would give Trey sort of the freedom to put in work.
Okay.
But again, offense is not really their problem, Dallas. So I don't know why they would do it.
Well, it's exciting to see what's coming up next and all that stuff. So we'll see how it is for next week.
Yeah, I'm not really. I don't know. I'm just thinking what is going on with basketball this week?
Nothing. It's just the same shit.
It's weird.
Did you watch any movies recently?
I did.
What did you watch?
Sorry, I didn't watch movies. I've been binging hella shows. So a lot of anime too.
Okay.
I did not watch episode 2 of
Demon Slayer.
The Demon Slayer show.
I figured that's what you're gonna talk
But
about.
I wanted to wait till episode 3 so I could binge. I like to binge.
I see it. Yeah.
I like to watch one
That's
at a
fair.
time.
I do that too usually with like famous shows, but it's hard though because usually for example if we're watching a big show on HBO like House of Dragons or anything, I'll wait 2 Sundays, but it's hard because all I see is memes and TikToks. So sometimes I'm like, ugh. But I did
honestly, if you get off Twitter, you're good.
But I did that with The Last of Us. I skipped the last 3 Sundays so I can just finish it all at once.
Last of Us was good, and again, Twitter is where 90% of the spoilers are.
Yeah.
My Instagram or TikTok, I don't have a problem with
No,
spoilers.
my TikTok and Instagram will always spoil for me.
So I didn't really have that issue, but I started with Bleach. Sorry, not Bleach. Excuse me. I want to watch Bleach. I started with what's his name? Chainsaw Man. Liked it. I thought it was gonna be weirder than it was. It was really nice. The story was pretty cool. He just looks like a weird. His problem is pretty weird, I guess. It's sad. It is really not for kids.
Oh, I see.
You see tits, bro.
That's fine.
Tits.
That's fine.
Tits. And I'm like, what?
Tits are for the kids.
This dude
Tits
is
for kids.
This dude is such a simp. He's such a simp. So how do you have these powers? You're such a simp for tits. She tells him to Miss Machina tell him to do anything. She's the one who kind of runs the squad.
Hey.
So they're demon hunters for starters, right? And they're certain ones can do contracts. And this guy episode 1 is poor. He's 38 million yen in debt. Runs for the mob. Has to work for the mob.
And he does anything for tits.
No. He will do
Sounds
anything
like a great
for her
man to
for
me.
tits, but he'll do anything to. At the beginning, he sold a testicle, an eye, all that sort of shit.
Whoa! What kind of show are you fucking watching?
He has he's poor. He sold
kind of show you
he sold a kidney just so he can pay his contract. So he's doing anything. He's hunting these demons to pay his contract.
What
it's
kind
sad.
of fucking show are you watching?
Bro, I'm telling you, anime is not for kids. 70%, 75% of it is not for kids.
I watched Super Mario movie. You out here watching somebody selling nuts.
Well,
no, but the Super Mario movie.
That's his story.
I'll tell you what, Super Mario movie. I remember when they released the trailer. Everybody was shitting on it. Why is Seth Rogen on the cast? Why is not Jack Black?
Did they complain about Seth Rogen?
They
I thought they just
complained
complained about Chris Pratt.
And they complained about Chris Pratt.
I would complain about Chris Pratt.
This movie was great. I loved it. Everything about it was perfect. I love Super Mario movie.
I haven't seen it yet. And I have no interest to.
No, you should watch it. I'm telling you right now, you should watch
movies?
It. Huh?
Is it one of those? Is it better? Did you watch it in the movies or on?
Yeah,
TV?
no, it's only been out for 2 weeks now.
Really?
Yeah,
it's only been out for a month.
No, I think it's only been out for 2 weeks. I loved it. It's sick too because Mario and Luigi. It starts off they're in Brooklyn. They go, oh, we're in Brooklyn. It's sick. Then they go to you'll watch it, but they go to the galaxy when they meet Princess Peach and Bowser and all that stuff. But it's such a great movie. The storyline was perfect. You see a lot of Easter eggs of like all the type of games that they had.
I heard. I listened to a lot of reviews. They no spoilers, but they did tell me it
Yeah,
was
like my favorite Super Mario game is Mario Kart. Like that's my all time favorite. Nintendo 64. I
like
was
OG
untouchable.
Mario Kart. Damn.
Yeah, like Mario Kart was my number one game. But there's other ones where they show like the classic Mario games. They show them like there's a lot of Easter eggs, especially if you played Mario, you'll see them. But they never what's it called though? I can't remember if they showed Smash Bros, but I don't think they did.
They talked about it.
Yeah.
People have talked about it. Again, I didn't see it. I would love if they did like a kind of like a Marvel universe, but with Super Mario and like start bringing in all like the Nintendo.
They no because this movie because it made a lot
Have
of
you
money for
played
them.
Smash Bros by the way?
Yeah, I played. I wasn't that good though. I'll be honest. I wasn't that good at that one. But when you meet
I have
Mario
my
Kart all day.
I have my Switch in my bag and
Yeah,
I got Smash Bros in there, bro. I love it.
I wasn't really that good at Smash Bros. To be honest with you. Like
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite characters to play with of all time is Yoshi.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite character is like Meta Knight. Meta Knight and Link.
Actually,
Link, old Link.
Yoshi wasn't
matter.
in this movie, but they show him at the after the credit scenes that he's gonna be the next one. But like I said, this
Really?
movie
They
did
didn't
so
put
well.
Yoshi in the movie? Oh.
This movie did so well. You're gonna see a whole franchise of it. I can see them do a movie about Mario Kart, just them racing and battling. I can see them do Luigi, the Haunted Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
I can also see them do a movie just about Yoshi and his background. Bowser growing up, like it's gonna be insane. Like it just opens so many doors, and Jack Black killed it.
How was
Killed
Bowser?
Killed it, and he did
like,
the song.
as a character.
It's hilarious. Jack Black just killed it, and when he started singing the song Peaches,
They didn't bring Donkey Kong in there, right?
they did.
They did?
They showed Donkey Kong the whole map. It was fire.
Damn.
It was fire.
That
And
sounds lit.
and what's his
I
name?
might watch it now.
And what's his name? Well, Donkey Kong is Seth Rogen.
Oh, that's who he plays?
And then the funny thing is that you can hear Seth Rogen live goes, and it's perfect. It fits Donkey Kong perfectly.
He's so slow as a character though on Super
Yeah.
Smash. I couldn't stand playing
What's
with Donkey Kong.
Donkey? You play Donkey Kong, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was not a huge Mario fan.
Are you serious?
Growing up. Not because
How?
First of all,
He was in every system.
First of all, lack of access. You got to remember where I was, where I grew up. Didn't really. We had like a U.S. embargo. It was hard to get.
Okay, fair enough.
It was hard to get games, and when I did, once I was hooked on the Pokemon world, that was it. I was like, I was a Poke nerd. I was so mad though. I had. What was your first console? I'll go through mine in a bit.
Like for me,
Yeah. What was the first console that you got?
Xbox.
Xbox?
Yeah,
Which
so-
one?
Xbox One.
Xbox One? Okay.
When we
Like
moved
the
to Arizona.
first one?
Yeah, because don't get me wrong, like we had we had a Nintendo 64, but this is a Nintendo 64 when it's already out and nobody played with it. But I think it was stolen. I can't
I remember
confirm.
the days of fake stuff going
I can't
around.
confirm, but I remember where the battery didn't even work, so we had to put like a pillow on top of it, and we had to be like one of those like wires. You have to like tilt them. Yeah, but it wasn't
was a
really. I
whole
wasn't really
struggle.
ours. Yeah, but I still have a Nintendo 64 now. I bought it because I always wanted one.
How many consoles have you had since then? Like, what was your list?
No, it's just Xbox One.
That was it?
Xbox One.
You had a PS3, PS2?
But I never had any of that.
PS4, nothing?
Nothing. But
Even as you're an adult now with your own money, ain't buy shit?
with my own money, I still didn't buy it, but I got it as a gift from one of my good friends from high school. Japanese made Nintendo 64, all original.
Damn.
And I still have it I still have it right now sitting down, and every time I look at it, I'm just like, yes.
I was in there.
It's
So I
just to heal
started
in my childhood. That's it.
I started with first console I ever got was a PS1, and it was the tiny little white one. All right, so a tiny little white PS1. I skipped the 2 because I got a Game Boy Advance,
Yeah.
the one with the Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
No, it was the Game Boy Advance. Yeah, my bad. It was the Game Boy Advance, that purple weird see-through one.
Yeah.
That's when I really got hooked onto Pokemon. So I skipped the PlayStation 2. My cousin had that, so we just go over to his house and we'd play and get my PS2 fix off.
Yeah.
Then after that, went to the Advance SP, which is the flip one. I was so annoyed. I broke mine. They were painting my room, and I dropped it in like a bucket of paint thinner.
Oh wow. My cousin gave me his Game Boy.
I was so annoyed.
My cousin gave me his Game Boy.
And I had like all the Pokemon
That was
games.
fire.
Except Pokemon Yellow sucks. I'm sorry, guys. Like, please, it just sucks.
No,
But
for me, when it came to video games, I always played the game when it's already like late. Does that make sense? Like if I was playing with the Game Boy Black and White, all my cousins and my friends had the color. Like I always been like years behind, which I didn't care. Now growing up, like I never minded. But our generation was a little bit different. Like now generation now, like you can make money by playing video games. There's a whole career ahead of it.
Mhm.
Like for us, it was like that was a dream. That we couldn't even fathom that.
Actually, I wouldn't even say it was a dream. Would never thought there would be a day when I could make money playing video games. But
Or
then,
now there's video games in high schools, like classrooms.
but then what? There was the PSP,
PSP
and
was
then I
fire.
had the PS3, and then
PSP was ahead of his time.
I got
We
it
have to
was
admit that.
it's what it was. It's today's Nintendo Switch.
100%.
But my favorite. Then I got the GameCube. Now when I got the GameCube, shit got lit.
I didn't like GameCube.
I loved the GameCube.
I
What did you
didn't-
play on it?
I played NBA Street.
You're playing the wrong games on the wrong console, my guy.
What game?
I
Sonic?
played. No, I played Kirby Air Ride. That's when I really got into Kirby. Loved
Yeah.
Kirby. That's when you get in Super Smash.
Kirby is a good Smash Bros. Character to play with.
He is, but he's so annoying.
Wait, is Kirby a boy or a female? Oh, we're
I
not
think
gonna
he's
gender
I
it.
think he's a they. I don't know what
He's a
Kirby
they,
is. He's
she?
just a blob. He's
He's a
just a
they, she.
blob. Like I guess they use like male.
That's a good
pronouns
question.
with-
Is Kirby?
Yeah, they use male pronouns with him, and Kirby's a guy. Kirby's a guy.
Really?
I think so.
The whole time I
Yeah.
thought it was a girl.
Doesn't he have a little sneaky link?
I don't know.
Oh wait, let me Google that.
No,
I'm not
we
gonna
don't
do that.
it.
If anybody knows the, hey, you turned on the lights.
Hey.
If anybody knows the answer of whether Kirby is a male or female, or he has a sneaky link like I thought he does,
Yeah.
and then
Sneaky
PS3 goes to 4,
You had more than me.
and then my sister got a Nintendo Wii, but then we just played Wii boxing and like Cooking Mama.
You know what? You know what? The game I only played on Wii, and it was at it was like a gathering, like a birthday party. The Michael Jackson dance off.
That was a game.
Yeah, on Wii. But then you know what? You know I found out like I was winning because it wasn't even the moves; it was just the sensor. So everybody's trying to do like the dancing moves. All I did was like just put it up and down, and it was still the same points.
No, I was definitely a brat, right? I was definitely a brat. There's no denying that.
But don't get me wrong. I'm close of like really wanting a PS5.
Honestly, had you said that like a couple months ago, because I have one that I'm not using at all. I'll get on and play F1. I said I could have just done this on my PS4 because I have the 4 and the 5. Just the 4 is just collecting dust,
Yeah.
and at this point, so is the 5. I'll come in with like a little air canister and just like get the dust away and go about my day. That's literally what I do.
Remember
with
when
it.
during COVID everybody was fighting to get one? People were
I
selling it for like
refused. I got
$1,200.
lucky. I had a friend who knew somebody. I had like a family friend who knew somebody who worked at Walmart. He said, "Oh, at this time they're gonna drop. Get online."
Mhm.
And I think I told my sister in there because I bought it just around my birthday, and they're like, "Oh, we'll buy it for you. Just buy it, and we'll send you the money." I was like, "Bet,
Yeah.
gang."
I almost won one from a
Didn't
raffle.
happen. Took forever. I think eventually got
Yeah.
it, but it took forever.
There was I was in a raffle and there was only like 5 names left, and I was on the top 5, and I lost. I could have walked out with the PS5
Yeah.
for only like, and I only paid like $8 for the raffle.
Yeah, I would have killed myself like
Whoa,
if I had been like one of those people who spent $700 on a PS5.
Oh, like
I paid-
$1,200?
I paid retail for that shit.
or $1,200. I see people pay $1,200 for one.
$1,200.
Yeah, dirt.
No.
Peak of
I
COVID.
paid $399 minus tax. I got
Peak of COVID, and the only game that they wanted was the Spider-Man game.
Wait, how much is the one with the CD? That's the one I have. That's the more expensive one, right? I
The
think that
smaller
one's
one.
no, the one with the CD drive. That's like more expensive, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes,
So I paid
believe so.
$4.99 minus tax. That's what I.
That's clutch.
Yeah.
That's clutch.
I said I'm not gonna do it. There's no way on God's green earth you're gonna get me to get scalped,
Yeah.
like scalp money and shit.
No, that's.
I think they're kind of pricks, people who do that.
Yeah.
But what was your favorite? So I grew up. I was a cartoon nerd, right?
Yeah.
Loved
Everybody.
cartoons.
Everybody was.
But what was your favorite channel? Let's start.
Oh, that's a hard
Mine
one.
is Cartoon Network, hands down. There's no question. Cartoon Network, then Disney, and we didn't have Nickelodeon, so I got into Nickelodeon.
No, I had all 3.
very late,
I had all 3. I mean, if we're not gonna count Space Tunes, the Arabic version.
bro. You know what? Space Tunes, but I only had like 2 or 3 shows I liked.
Yeah, mine was
And the
kept
shows
in
I
that
liked
day.
were just anime shows in
Yeah, yeah,
Arabic. They're
yeah,
just
yeah,
anime
that's all
shows
it is.
dubbed in Arabic, so it was nothing original.
So we're not gonna touch Space Tunes because it's a different level. But let's just talk about
But
people.
there's nothing original on Space Tune. That's my issue.
Doesn't matter.
It's literally
Don't matter.
just. I'm not complaining,
Don't
but it's
matter.
just anime dubbed. It could be
Yeah.
Crunchyroll for all I know. Pokemon in Arabic was weird.
I growing up first because as I got older, it changed because I used to be like Disney, Nickelodeon, and Cartoon Network. But then the last time I was watching it heavy, it was Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, then Disney.
What's
was my
your
top 3.
favorite show on Cartoon Network?
Cartoon Network was Robot Chicken, and it used to come in like at midnight.
Robot Chicken. Oh yeah, that's technically Adult Swim, but yeah,
It's still Cartoon Network.
I guess yeah, it still is. I'll
But
give
if
you
you
that.
want to talk about Kids Next Door,
Codename Kids Next Door.
yeah,
You don't have a top 5 or like top 3?
no, Kids Next Door.
That's it.
Yeah, that was what I said.
Mine is easy. My top 5 is Ed, Ed, and Eddie, number 1.
Yeah.
Eddie today is your modern crypto hustler.
Mm-hmm.
If Eddie was alive in 2023, did an Ed, Ed, and Eddie in
still in
2023, he'd be
Bitcoin.
like, how do we trade the Jawbreaker crypto coin to make profit? He would be the Fire Festival dude. He would be all of
that actually makes sense.
right. Number 2, Samurai Jack. Right.
Mm.
Samurai Jack is pure art. It's pure art. And he barely spoke. Did you watch to the end?
No,
Go watch it. I think it's on HBO. You have to go watch it. Like how the whole series like goes through to the end because Cartoon Network is shut down. Then number 3 would be Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Really?
Bro, Courage again, another one art.
You were really fan of
fucked
Cartoon
up.
Network.
Yeah, it's fucked up weird, but it's like on the border of is it or is it not for kids?
Yeah.
Right. So there's Courage the Cowardly Dog, and then Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Okay.
Right. My mom actually loved Billy and Mandy.
She watched it with you?
That was like one of the few shows she'd be like, "Ooh, I love them."
She got into it too.
Yeah, she loves Billy and Mandy and Courage the Cowardly Dog. She loves both of them. Right. But and then number 4, what am I at? 5? It's hard. I think it would be Dexter's Lab. Because I was also a little nerdy, so I liked Dexter's Lab.
Not the Powerpuff Girls?
That's a hard one. No, I forgot about them. It would be Powerpuff Girls or Dexter.
Forgot about the fucking pedophile living with 3 little girls. That show is weird, bro.
Was he a pedophile?
He is a pedo. Let me make my own little girls.
He had that fine little thing he was with.
Bro, stop.
He had that fine thing and you barely saw.
That boy wild for that. That show was weird.
But I didn't like Cow and Chicken. I didn't like Cow and Chicken. That was weird.
Oh, no.
Johnny Bravo is just pure. It would get canceled nowadays.
Johnny Bravo is definition of fuckboy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fuckboy.
And he just went to the gym specifically for that.
Yeah.
But Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was nice, but I don't know if I could put it. I think I would have to put the Powerpuff Girls above.
What about
Pinky and the Brain was another one my mom liked. But yeah, so I will give the Powerpuff Girls as my number 5.
Okay, then.
Honorable mentions, Dexter's Lab, still great.
Yeah.
Pinky and the Brain, another great one.
What about shows on Disney? Because you didn't watch Nickelodeon.
I don't know if I had. It would be That's So Raven.
Mine is Even Stevens.
Kim Possible. Wasn't a huge fan of Even Stevens.
Even Stevens is great. Shia LaBeouf?
Was Smart Guy on Disney?
Smart
He's
Guy?
a smart guy.
No, I don't remember. Even
was
Stevens
it on
was
Disney?
the best one.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. But
That's a good one. Not the yacht one.
Not the yacht one.
hotel
Yeah,
one,
original.
yeah,
OG
yeah.
Sweet Life of
Yeah,
Zach.
yeah.
How that mom keeps a job with those kids? How does she keep a job when she has kids like that? Constantly, like they would
singing at the hotel.
Bro, they would be like, "This is not worth it. We'll just find some other bitch who can sing."
Yeah, no, and she's singing at the
Keep
hotel.
your kids. But yeah, number 1 would be That's So Raven.
Yeah.
Then Kim Possible. All right. I was listening to a podcast a while ago, and somebody they said Batman and Kim Possible have the same powers, just rich, smart, and can fight.
Nah, don't fucking do that. Don't respect my Batman.
I know he's my favorite DC character, but still.
No, that's my favorite superhero of all time.
That's another conversation. But then I had that Zack and Cody, and then what else was on Disney like that was really that good? I can't remember off the top of my
Lizzie
head.
McGuire.
No, that wasn't for me. You love white bitches.
Hey, yo. I actually
Lizzie
don't.
McGuire was trash.
White girls are not my favorite. I only like Latinas.
Of course, because you're
I'm
Arab.
a Latina sucker.
Of course, because you're Arab.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course. Yeah, I just give Disney my top 3. Those are the only shows I really waited for after school, like those 3.
No, well,
Cartoon Network is
because you didn't watch Nickelodeon, but Ned Declassified.
No idea what that is.
It's on Nickelodeon. It's a really, really great show. It's just teaching you about how to deal with middle school.
Fairly Odd Parents was on Nickelodeon?
Yes.
Yes, okay. You know what? I did see Fairly Odd Parents. I don't know where we saw it because we didn't have Nick. It came on another channel. But I did like Fairly Odd Parents. That was but again, I'm so logical. Like every time I watch the show, I'm like, why are you wishing for this? Why are you wasting my time? All of this is useless. All of this is stupid. No, so yeah, those are definitely my favorite shows. What is your favorite show now? Like this year, 2023. Your favorite show of 2023 that you've watched
so far? I mean, the only good show that I watched heavy was Last of Us. That's the only good show that came out so far this year.
Over Dungeons of the Dragons?
House
of Dragons? Not Dungeons.
House of Dragons came out last year.
Oh, it did, but it finished at the beginning of this year, didn't it?
Something. Yeah, I wouldn't count it because if
Yeah,
you want
it
to talk
doesn't
about
count.
last year, was the Peacemaker with John Cena.
I didn't watch that.
That is
I
a
didn't watch
great
that.
show.
You're
Oh my
talking to
god.
somebody with severe ADHD. I don't have patience.
Oh
If
my
I don't,
god.
if I'm not taking my meds, I don't have patience. I
Well,
don't.
season 2 is gonna come out in August.
Okay.
Season 1, John Cena killed that character. You know when you see an actor play a character and you can never see somebody else playing him, like
Well,
Iron Man. You can never see somebody else playing Iron Man except Robert
yeah,
Downey
because they
Jr.
killed the character and that's it.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you can never see
No, I
somebody
mean
else.
like they killed their performance as the character.
Yes, yeah.
Their performance was so great.
Yeah.
Nobody else was
John
doing
Cena
it.
did the same thing with Peacemaker. I can never see somebody else dressed up as Peacemaker
Not gonna
besides
lie.
him.
I'm not craving anybody else to play Peacemaker either. So
No, but it's good.
I do want somebody else to
It's so
do what's it called? Deadshot. Will Smith. I thought he did a great like. It
Yeah, but
was,
everybody got over it though. Everybody got over
but
it though.
I didn't get over it. I thought the
Everybody got over it.
characters were all great, but the story was ass.
Yeah.
I thought and then for the second one, I thought the story was great and the characters were ass.
You don't like what's his name?
Who's this rap bitch? Who's this New York rap bitch?
That's hilarious. That's a good one.
Bro, it was funny, but I'm like,
That's a
what
good
the
one.
fuck is this?
That's a good one. No, but John Cena stole the whole show, bro.
Right? I'm like, who the fuck
John
is this
Cena stole
random
the
bitch?
whole fucking show. He's wearing his white undies and he's just shooting.
Oh,
That shit is
Idris
hilarious.
Elba did a good job.
He's getting so much better at acting too.
He had a moment where he dipped real bad, where
Huh?
he had like a downturn on. I think he's accepting trash roles or he's not preparing for them. Idris.
What role that he did wasn't
He
good?
did that movie, that African movie where it's kind of like there's like a monster I guess they're hunting, and I've only seen clips from it, but it's kind of trash, and everybody has just been shitting on that. People have been saying his American accent is terrible, which is true.
What
His American
movie?
accent has been great.
What year was this?
I think it was last year. Last year? It wasn't a good movie. Nobody cared.
I never even heard of it.
It was the one apparently they were talking about when his daughter got cast in it, but like didn't do anything.
Whose daughter?
Idris's daughter. Idris's daughter.
Are you talking about Idris? I thought you were talking about John.
No. I'm talking about Elba. Idris Elba.
You're talking about the one when they're in Africa and then the lion attacks them?
Some shit like
That's
that.
a shitty movie.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was a shitty movie.
I
But
thought you
people
were
have
talking
been
about John
saying
Cena.
like,
What the fuck are you talking about?
This is I didn't want him to be James Bond. I'm sorry. I did not want Idris Elba to be James Bond.
I don't know. I can see him as James Bond.
He's too old. He can't start
If
old. He has
it's
to
not-
start
if
kind
it's not
of young.
him, then Henry Cavill, the Superman. He'll be a good James Bond.
He would not be a good James
Who else would be a good James Bond? Tom Holland?
No, Tom Holland's like 2 feet tall. Nobody's gonna believe he's swinging those people off ledges and shit. Right? Zendaya is swinging him in bed. Okay, we all know who's on top, and it's not him.
I know Zendaya got that shit on control. You could tell. You could tell Zendaya doesn't take no shit.
Tom and his, isn't he like Tom Holland in the Uncharted movie? I'm like,
It was alright.
I didn't watch. I saw that trailer. I said I'm not watching this.
It was alright.
Tom Holland can only play Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He's got that little
Nothing
Twinkie
funnier-
body. He
nothing
can't
funnier,
do any. I don't believe. I'm not intimidated by
No,
him.
nothing funny. Like 1 year, he was like, I could see myself playing Spider-Man for a very long time, for my career. And then the next year, he goes, after like the last one came out, he goes, yeah, I could see myself just doing 2 or 3 more. That's it. I was just like, bro,
We don't want to see you do 2, 3 more.
bro, you're making so much fucking money. Shut up.
I would just let him, but make your money. I don't care.
Dude, if I play a character
I'm not out here disrespecting
and everybody loves it, I will squeeze the shit out of that as much as I
Yeah,
can.
bet.
I don't care if I do 20 movies. I'm squeezing. That's a job. You're still getting paid. At one point,
Speaking of James Bond, hold up. Speaking of James Bond, I watched. So I love the Pirates of the Caribbean series, right? So I
Yeah.
rewatched it like throughout the week. And do you remember Tia Dalma, who plays Calypso, the goddess of the sea?
yes,
Do you know who she plays in James Bond?
no,
She's Moneypenny.
no shit.
I looked up her. I'm like, bro, she has a. Please look up her. Because when I watched, I'm like, bro, she's played hella roles. She's she's a great actress.
Yeah.
And I saw that. I'm like, bro, I love her now.
Name?
Tia Harris, I think. Something Harris. I forgot her name. Something Harris. I forgot her name. But I was just like, I know people by their characters, not by. Did you find her?
No.
Just write in Tia Dalma, Pirates of the Caribbean, or Moneypenny, James Bond. They'll find her name. But I realized she's a great the range to be able to do her Jamaican accent. Guys, her Caribbean accent, excuse me, because she's not really Jamaican. She's just a Caribbean. But somebody tell me if it was great, because I thought it was great. I thought that accent was fucking great. But just the range from to be able to play her, then to go to Moneypenny, and I was like, what the fuck? Wasn't she in Handmaid's Tale? Or am I tripping? But you'll be shocked. You just look at those roles and you'll be like, "What the fuck is going on?" So I loved her as an actress. I want to see her do. I want to see her do more shit. But James Bond, I want to say because you got to be British.
Naomi Harris.
Naomi Harris, not Tia Harris. My bad.
Naomi
Sorry.
Harris. Yeah, she's
But
in Skyfall.
she's in Skyfall, and then she's in the new one, and then she's in what was
She's 46 and looking like that. Damn.
gorgeous. But
Damn.
what was that fucking show I wanted? You know what? I can't remember it. Fuck it. But I think what's his name? Tom Hardy. I know Tom Hardy's older, and that kind of kills my excuse. But
You know what?
Tom can at
You're right.
least.
I
Tom
give you that.
looks. Tom
No,
at least you
fuck
could
that.
act like he started at 30 something,
You know what?
and then
I'm glad you said that.
you can pretend
If
he's
we don't
30
see
something,
Tom
and I wouldn't be
Hardy-
offended.
If we don't see Tom Hardy as James Bond, we're protesting, because that's one of my easily greatest actors. My top 3 easily. Tom Hardy.
Also, if you look at
and did you know he also trains jiu-jitsu and he also competes?
yeah. But
Which I
also, if
love
you
that
look
for
at
him.
what's his name, Superman, and I forgot. I don't Henry. If you look at Henry and you're like, he can't lose a fight. He's like 6'2", jacked. Like you can't believe that he lost the fight. What villain is going to beat him? Well, he's huge. If you're looking at him, like if I see him from a mile away
He's
and
a
be like,
big
"That's
dude.
the spy.
He's a big
That's
dude.
him. That's the spy."
You know what I like
right
about
there.
him too? Like, I didn't watch it. I always keep to myself. I want to start it, but like the fact like he insisted of being the Witcher,
I like The Witcher.
and the fact that he played the game and he studied it, and he also helps the director to like write the stories. Like that just tells you about a man that loves his craft.
I like.
That's why I respect Henry, because usually everybody just thinks that he just gets his job because of his looks and his physique. Like no, genuinely, like he
I don't
cares
thi-
about the characters.
He cares about his role, but I don't think he's a great actor. I think he's an okay actor.
Only in action. I can't see him playing like drama roles or anything.
I don't think he's good. I don't think. You know what? I give you that.
You don't think he's a good action star?
I don't think he's a good actor. I don't think he has range. Kind of like Samuel Jackson. I don't think Sam has range. He doesn't have range. He does good roles. Like he picks his roles well, but I don't think. Look at his entire career. He's playing the same nigga.
No, he's not.
He's playing the same.
You
nigga.
tell me it's the same. He plays the same character in Django?
Django. Louis plays in Django. Crazy old black guy. Louis plays in Pulp Fiction. Crazy old black guy.
That's what Django's
Move the mic closer.
Django's one of the funniest movies ever.
Move the mic closer. It's not popping up.
It's not popping up.
Yeah, well, it popped up, but it's probably gonna be quiet. Anywho, no,
Django.
Again, he picks his roles great. Like Denzel got range.
Yeah.
Morgan Freeman. I don't think Morgan Freeman got hella range, but have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
Yes.
Sad.
It's a classic movie.
It's classic, but it's sad.
How you not seen that movie?
I've seen it. Of course, I've seen it.
No, okay.
My favorite shows we got so derailed, but I like that. I hate structure. Just like to let my brain roam free.
Yeah. No, but
my favorite. What did I even ask you? Your favorite superhero? Some shit.
No, we're talking about
James movie
Bond.
This year. Movie or show this year, because it doesn't have to be obviously come out this year, but just something you started watching this year.
The only thing I'm waiting for this year is like I said, the Peacemaker.
Gotcha.
You need to watch it.
I'll give it a try. I promise you, I'll watch it before the next episode. I'll give you guys my two cents. But my favorite show this year is probably gonna be anime again. Ooh, no. It'll probably be It's Good Omens, then followed by Jujutsu Kaisen. Good Omens was such a good show.
A show that's coming out, they're saying by the end of this year or maybe the beginning of next year, is Snowfall, which is the story about Jon Snow from the Game of Thrones. He's getting his own spinoff.
That I'd watch.
Yeah, they already filmed it, and it's coming out end of this year or beginning of next year.
Yeah, I can't. I think we have a good.
So apparently the story is about him carrying on after what happened on season thing.
Oh, so they have a sequel and a prequel
type of thing. Yeah.
They're investing too. Nobody has the end. They should have just waited until House of Dragons was done, and as soon as House of Dragons is done, more season, like the story, because I assume they're gonna have a season 2, 3. Nobody has the patience for all of this shit, because now you have 2 Game of Thrones shits competing against
be honest,
each other.
HBO is competing, man, with all these shows. They're competing because
people are saying it's basically Apple TV versus HBO in terms of quality of shows.
I see that. Yeah.
I don't have Apple TV, but that's the only people like Netflix is like, if you like trash, Netflix is for you.
Netflix, yeah.
And if you like quality stuff, then you're probably gonna want
Apple
HBO.
is competing too, because their show right now they're killing it is the Ted Lasso show.
Ted Lasso?
Ted Lasso, yeah. Sorry, I said Lasso.
I don't know what that is.
It's about soccer.
Okay.
But it's a really good. It's about American coach going to coach soccer in Europe, and he's trying to learn everything. So it's actually that show started because of a funny commercial, but it's a good show.
like I said, I can't wait for Jujutsu Kaisen to keep going. I want to finish Chainsaw Man. People saying I should really watch Bleach. I finally finished with Hunter x Hunter. This is from my anime buddies. I know Hunter x Hunter is controversial in the way it ended.
No.
I think it brought me back. I didn't exactly like how it ended this season, but it brought me back into giving a crap because that Chimera Ant thing, it stretched out. And I know I'm probably speaking probably speaking Mandarin to you right now. You're like, what the fuck is he talking about?
No, so I do have a thing. So I don't know. You probably heard about the story. So, what do you think about? This is my favorite. This is the funniest thing I've seen all week.
Hakimi?
Hakimi, yeah, the Moroccan soccer player
Every Arab, Africa mother, whatever, is sitting
winning.
there going, money for me now. My rich son is gonna give me all his coins.
So if you're lost in the world, don't know what's happening. So Hakimi, he's a Moroccan from Morocco. He plays for PSG, but he actually grew up in Spain. He kind of got a little bit more attention from the World Cup, because the Moroccan team did very well in the World Cup. They're ranked now very higher than before. And every game in the World Cup after they're done, they all went to the stand and they always went to say hi to their mothers. And then they prayed, they showed their true they showed a great character and they got praised a lot. But now it's just 10 times better because Hakimi was married to a famous. Apparently, she's an actor. She's famous in Europe. I don't even know her name. And they've been married for a while. They even have kids. And they're going through a divorce. And she thought she was gonna get paid because Hakim gets paid a lot by PSG. I think it was like $100K a week, something like that.
Okay.
And when they're going through the divorce, the lawyer's like, he has nothing under his name. Everything under like an LLC.
Do you want to tell them why they're going through a divorce?
We'll talk about that after that. But let me just praise him let me just praise the man real quick. This man is smart. He has everything under like an LLC, but the CEO of the LLC is his mother. So he literally owns nothing under his name. So now she has to pay him because she makes more money than him. So actually she has to split her assets.
Man. What a
That's a W. That's a W.
So I'm gonna stop. The reason they're getting divorced because he is going through being accused of
allegedly.
I said accused.
Allegedly.
I didn't say convinced.
Allegedly.
I said he's being accused. There's no allegedly accused. He's
allegedly.
Actually accused.
Allegedly.
Whether he did it or not is allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay, no. So he's being accused of rape or sexual assault.
False.
Right. Because
it makes no sense.
I did not look into it, so I'm not going to comment.
I don't believe it. They're just trying. Look, this is what happened. They're trying to take the man down.
But that's not my issue, right? So you said earlier, and we all know this. He was praised for his godliness and with his mom.
That's why it doesn't make sense. That's why it doesn't make sense.
That's not why it doesn't make sense. Religious people have done scummy shit throughout time. So I'm not. That's not why I'm not doubting this. And that's not really my issue with this. So I'm not even going to comment on the sexual assault thing because I don't know the details. I didn't. When I say I don't know the details, I just didn't investigate it and look into it.
I don't think it's a lot.
So my issue is like, bro, how do you divorce? How do you go through like a divorce? Somebody who's like you're claiming to he's so great, look at him, so religious and treat his mom and stuff. And like, how do you treat your wife like that? Like so trash.
What do you mean treat your wife?
Like you hide from your wife like that, and then on top, like hide all your assets from your.
You're talking about the money wise.
The money, the assets, and
that's
everything.
That's not hiding it.
But then in the divorce, like you don't even have the fine. You know what? You want to leave? Go on. Here's what I have to offer you. Have a great day. But
because if
he has the nerve to take money from her, like bro,
I doubt.
Neither of you are poor, so I'm not like really upset at this. But I'm not saying nerve to take.
No, but he's not asking for it. The thing is, she came out and was like, "I'm about to take everything," and then she realized nothing's under his name, so she doesn't get nothing.
She
so by law,
I'm gonna take everything.
So by law, because she makes more, he can claim her stuff. I doubt that he might take it. He's like, "I don't need this shit." But by law, he's allowed to take half of her shit now. But then thinking about it too, if you think that's scummy, if he takes it, it's scummy of her taking his shit.
What are you talking about?
Why do you have to go grab his stuff that he worked for?
Okay.
So it's fair for a woman takes his shit, but if he takes her shit, it's scummy.
Bro, you're super oversimplifying this, bro.
Nah,
you're
get the fuck out of here.
Oversimplifying this. Talking about, well, she takes his, he takes hers. First, if he was smart enough, he should have just had a basic prenup signed up at the beginning, right? This is already a trash. There's already a trash marriage. There's a religious prenup that he has to go through. Like you know this, right? Yeah. So he can't just leave her with nothing.
No, but you said right now, you're like, he's such a scummy if he's gonna take her
If he
shit.
takes stuff from her, like, bro,
Okay,
he's such a scumbag.
but then you need the same energy.
You were a shitty
but,
husband from the beginning. If this was your mindset going
but
in,
that's not his mindset because he's making more money.
that's fine. Like, there's a difference between protecting your assets and like blatantly,
You
like, you
have to
don't love
protect-
this person. Why are you married to them? If you have to sneak around,
No,
and
you don't have to sneak
do
around.
all of this shit,
Regardless,
your marriage is.
no, because even
I'm not surprised if his
no.
marriage is just like, I just wanted to get married, and you know we do that. They do this a lot in like our communities and cultures. I just want to get married. Let me find nearest one,
Yeah.
and then everything after that is like doing.
Well,
the bare
us is
minimum.
different because you have the meher. You actually agree on it before marriage, so you don't have to worry about it. But regardless, if you love the person, you still have to protect what you work for by yourself.
That's not the same, but
So you
every
so you don't
single
do you believe in
every
prenup?
single dime.
Do you believe in prenup?
Oh, I say everybody before they get married has to have some sort of prenup.
Okay,
Depending
perfect.
on where you live. So if you live in a place where like the law is like figure it out, cool. But if you're living in a place where the law is like 50-50, right? And you don't like, you're like, you know what, we don't agree
No,
with this. Fine,
I
we'll
don't
sign a
agree.
prenup. We don't have to deal with the law
No.
of where we got married.
I don't care how much I love you. If I work my ass off and I have a lot
I
of
think
assets,
I don't
real
care if we have
estate,
nothing.
whatever, you don't get shit out of it if you leave. You don't get shit out of it.
No, that's fucked up.
You don't.
Then you don't. Then you truly don't love or respect this person.
No, it's I can love you, but you can't have the shit that I work for.
It's
If
not
we
the shit
work,
that you work. You
if we
should
work
be,
together,
so
that's
listen,
fine.
let me explain. Like this, all that applies to stuff you've made after you've gotten married.
After that, that's different.
That's the whole point. They don't these prenups and you deserve half and stuff. That doesn't count for stuff before marriage.
No,
She would have taken, I guess, I don't know where they got married. They got married in Paris or
somewhere,
Morocco or where?
No, I think in Europe.
Well, where in Europe?
I
That's
don't fucking know.
That's fine. So let's go by the U.S. right. So let's assume they get married, like they get married here, right?
Yeah.
She's entitled, no prenup, everything, and she's entitled to half of what they've built after they've gotten married.
Yeah.
So if he was already rich before,
but that's not the law though.
that is law.
No, here she can claim even the stuff that you had before.
I don't think that's.
No, that's how
We'll
it
look
is.
into that.
No,
but
that's how it is. In
my
America is
prenup-
different. In America is
my
different.
prenup would literally be
So
as
if you
simple
own-
as like whatever we
no,
built
listen,
together,
no.
you can have half.
No, because that's if you agreed on. But by law, let's say you got married to your woman, and you had before her, you had like 10 properties,
Mhm.
and then you got married to her. Then you're married for like, let's say 10 years, and you guys
Right.
divorce. She can claim all that shit, all of it.
I
All
want to
of it.
look into. I want to look.
All
let's
of
put let's put a pause on this and let's
No,
look into.
it's all of it. I
Let's
already
look
know
into where they got
all
married.
of it. But for our culture, it's different because we do the meher, so we agree on before anything, and there's a contract Islamically.
He
That's
didn't-
why it's a little bit different for us.
I don't. I think honestly, with this thinking, he didn't respect. He didn't take this marriage like seriously coming
No,
in.
but see, but this is what I don't get though. This is
right?
what I don't
You
get.
don't take this marriage seriously coming in. Hold on. You don't take this marriage seriously coming in. This should have never been an issue from the fucking beginning, right? And again, I'm putting an asterisk next to whether he's
Nah.
like an asshole or not, whether he deserved to do this,
Nah,
whether
it
she
doesn't make
deserved to
sense. It
take
doesn't make
everything.
sense.
I'm gonna wait to see what
But-
plays out with the
But
details of why they got
the
divorced.
the way you're saying it, that like, and also a lot of people think like this: when a woman takes a man's half of his property, regardless whoever fucked up. We're talking about if she takes half of the shit, you'd be like, good for you, I'm happy for you. But if a guy takes the girl's half of the shit, oh, you're a scumbag, you piece of shit. Why is that though? Why do people like think like that?
Bro, because guys like literally look at women like they're like prizes, and you're a woman, and it always depends on. For me, it always depends on the circumstances of how they left. But you're looking at, let's take basics. You're looking at a woman who sits at home, right? She's with her kids, right? She's like, okay, cool. I want you to, you don't need to work, sweetheart. I
Yeah.
work. So you tell her, like, you lull them into a false sense of security. Like, you know what? I make bank. You don't need to work. Sit at home, watch the kids, right? Raise our family, doing
Yeah.
all of that sort of stuff, right? And then for whatever reason, they get petty, whatever, and they leave. He's like, no, I want to give you the bare fucking minimum. Now, you don't deserve half. What do you mean? You came to me as my husband, made me feel safe, and said, you know what?
Yeah.
I am in charge of this. Guys want to be the sole providers,
Yeah.
right? They don't want their women to work. They don't want them to make more than them because they feel intimidated. And we had this conversation with a couple of our friends, and like
Yeah.
all the girls were like, he makes more than I make more than him, even if it's by 1 cent. Fuck him. Like that was 90% of like women's
Yeah.
attitude, right? So you want, and the guys are like, no, I could never marry a woman who makes more than me.
Yeah.
It's mutual. They both agree. Like
Yeah, I
both
see that.
sides, at least, and within our little
Yeah.
social circle, agreed this. And then you have the nerve to be like, after you want to divorce, like, I don't want to give you anything. Motherfucker, you wanted me to stay home.
Yeah.
You didn't force me. I didn't force this. I
Yeah.
didn't force myself to stay home. We were in agreement that when we get married, I'm gonna watch these fucking kids.
Mhm.
And if you as a man don't have the respect for the mother of your fucking children, I don't care how it ended,
Yeah.
right? If you don't have the fucking respect for the mother of your children, your kids are not gonna respect you growing
Yeah,
up.
I think it
Right? I'd be
depends
like,
how.
bro, look at how he treated. And
No,
that's why I said it depends on how it separates. But we're just
how it's
using
separate because usually,
we're just using a blank.
yeah, because usually as a
blank
man,
example.
if you separate with your woman, you still have to provide for her and the kids because she gave you kids at the end of the day.
But
Also for the thing is that when you see a lot of women, they go after all his shit and leave the man being broke as fuck, and then they take everything. That's a different for me.
you know what I'm gonna say?
Doesn't make a sense.
You know what I'm gonna say?
What?
Because you know we ain't shit, and we know we ain't shit.
Yeah.
And
guess.
I remember I was from my bait out family, so I actually unlike lots of people don't like their in-laws. I
Yeah.
actually like my sister's fiance,
Yeah.
right? Because I told her, I knew him before her,
Mhm.
right? And he wasn't at the time, he wasn't directly my friend, and I got to know him through like our friends in our
Yeah.
circle, right? And that's how I started getting to know him. But I would say guys around guys is really when they show their true nature. And he was never like mad disrespect, never scummy in the way he talked to like about other women, never scummy the way he talked about, like, yeah, people crack jokes and everything
Okay.
like that, but it was obvious that like when nobody's watching, right, he was a good person at heart. And I'm telling you, it's like 70% of guys, when nobody's watching, they chilling with their other friends, they gonna act like their friends, and we say some trash shit, right? And I guess I'll probably get some heat for this, but come on, we know what it is. We know what the attitude is. We know how we talk about certain situations. And when nobody's watching, we're kind of trash. I assume girls are the same way around each other because again,
Girls are worse.
I have zero faith in humanity. I wouldn't go that far. That's fucked up.
No.
But I have zero faith in humanity. But I can say for a fact, like, around guys, straight, gay, whatever, we're all scum at heart. Like the way we talk about like our like people's like partners, wives, whatever, like, bro, like how we talk about people, like guys talk about women like fucking objects. And that's fucking truth. I don't want to hear none of that shit from TikTok talking about, women objectifying. They should, because you talk about them like fucking objects. And especially in our community, people like it's a rite of passage. Getting married and having a wife is a rite of passage. You don't want to. There's no the mindset of love and all this shit. It's a rite of passage. It's a religious thing that you have to do. Like, oh, this is your next your next step in life.
It's half of your religion to get married.
Something like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
and I'm just like, bro, and
you complete your religion when
you have no respect for the person on the other side. And again, depending on how you act, I truly believe like the reason some women like want like or will like I'm taking all of this in the divorce probably because you probably did some petty shit to piss them off and like disrespect them. And when you do that shit to people, even if you want to,
but there's also cases where they see an opportunity.
Are outliers.
No, but there's also there's girls that they see opportunity that they know they're gonna benefit off this person because they have status and they have very wealth, and they'll be like, okay, I'm after the wealth.
And you know
what, I'll deal with this little bullshit.
But those are outlier situations. That is not the majority, and you know it.
No, you see it.
But
no, I saw it.
I never said it. I never said it doesn't happen, but it's not the majority, and you know it. But also,
number cause of divorce is because financial.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. It's like, who gives a fuck?
Guys and girls obviously do, because nobody wants to date anyone. Nobody wants to be the bottom person in that situation.
Girls don't date broke boys, but guys will date broke girls.
Because guys don't date girls who make more than them.
No. Guys can date girls when they make more than them. There's nothing with that.
That's not true. That is not
yes,
true.
We
had this conversation. No, I got called crazy.
So you wouldn't date a girl that makes more money than you?
As long as I'm not like poor. Like, say for example, I make 100,000, she make 120.
No, she makes like 1.2 million. I'm talking about a big gap.
Like a big gap?
Big gap.
So I make like what, 120,000 and she makes like 1.2 million.
Yeah.
Shit, if she'll have me, be my guest.
That's what I'm saying. We'll date them. We have no issue.
Date them.
Like I'm saying, like I have no issue dating a girl. There's nothing wrong. I don't have no ego if a girl makes more money than me. Like there is no issue with that. But
a lot of guys do. Like I think most guys do.
No, that's insecurities. That's
most guys, but again, guys
dude.
do.
If I date a girl, and she makes more, let's say I'm making 40,000 and she's making 200K, that's a W for me.
Especially the gap you.
Yeah.
So say most guys might not have a problem with I make 100, she makes 120.
Yeah.
Your lifestyles are not really that different.
It's not different,
right?
Yeah. I'm talking about a gap. No, I'm talking about a big gap.
But that gap that you described, no guy, like 80% of guys would be like, fuck that.
That's stupid. That's a W.
80% of guys would be like, fuck that. I don't agree with that. I don't see why.
But I'm telling you, girls girls will never date a guy like that though. Like if she's making 100, 200K and he's only making 40, they wouldn't even look at his way. They wouldn't even look at his way. Unless I seen like one situation, because obviously there's always like an odd one where she's like, well, he's doing that now, but I know in the future he's gonna make more money because I see a lot of potential in him. That's a different story.
That's a different story.
That's a different
but
story.
I just say
But
never buy a product.
A guy that's making 200K and a girl's making 40K, yeah, he doesn't care. He's like, no, because at the end of the day, I'm here because I love her. I'm telling you, it's not the same.
Guys don't have that mentality always.
A king can make a girl queen. A queen will never make a guy king.
That's 100% not true.
That's true.
That is 100%.
You think
not
a queen
true.
will look at a peasant and be like, "I'm gonna make you my next king"?
100% not true.
No, remember that.
100% not true.
It's true. I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's fucking bullshit. The guy cannot. A guy. She's already a queen. What the fuck are you talking about?
But where a queen will look at a peasant and be like, "I'm gonna make you a king"? No. No, you're crazy.
If she likes him enough,
she won't even look at his way.
You know why they?
She won't even look at his way.
You know why? Like there are women who would do that because they really, really like him and they don't want to get rid of him.
How can they like him if they're not gonna look at his way?
But they really, really like him. They don't want to get rid of him, but they also are embarrassed to show them off to their friends. So they will fix them up and get them they'll turn them into ballers, right? They will connect them with the right people. They will do all that shit. They'll be like, "Well, you need me to watch kids tonight so you can go to this business meeting? Bet. Do whatever you need to do so you can make enough money that I'm not embarrassed to show you to my family and friends."
Stupid,
hey, people do that.
Fucking stupid.
People fucking do that.
Just
like guys who really like big girls and take them to the gym and slim them up
because they see potential.
Take them on shopping sprees and take them fine. Like again, we're all talking about outlier situations, but this is a fact. This happens.
When we talk about like stuff like this, honestly, it's only in the Western world because in our world and our culture, it's like it's none of that shit.
I have zero respect for the way our culture, the East Africa. I have zero respect for the way our culture.
No,
it's actually married and stuff
it
like
just
that.
makes it more better. There's no dating. You have to talk to the family. You have to ask the dad and mom for permission. They actually do the background check on you, and if it's good for your daughter, then if your daughter accepts it, she'll take you. Then you don't have to worry about.
But then you
don't have to worry about them cheating. You don't have to worry about them going out.
There's always peer pressure from the family to accept. It's never
not all because that's haram. That's not all.
Nobody gives a fuck about haram and halal
now
when it comes to marriage and stuff like that.
Yes, they do.
Stop it.
Yes, they do. You stop it. You get the fuck out of here.
Status is what.
Don't get me wrong. There's so
much shit that's all about status and stuff like that.
No, I'm not denying that because there is some families where it's a big head family. They're they're wealthy. There's another family they want to connect, so they let their kids marry each other. I've seen that before. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna deny it, but there's a lot still where it's halal and it actually works out better, and I've seen it better, and it works. That's how it's always been, and it works. And I see them having a great family, and they're building a home. They don't worry about no shit about social media.
I see too many problems where
that's what it is. It's what you surround yourself with.
Everything I surround myself, I'm just looking like my entire. I'm looking. I was like, wow.
So you wouldn't going to last. So you would never consider arranged marriage?
Hell no. I don't want especially I don't want nobody in my family giving me their 2 cents about who I'm marrying. I could care less about unless you come in with like some hella crazy background opinion about what's going on. That's weird. So for people who see the skip, somebody like just walked into our studio, interrupted. So what was I saying? I want zero input from my whether I should or shouldn't marry this person, even if it blows up in the end, right? It's ultimately my decision.
No, you're right.
Even if it blows up, I don't want anybody bringing anyone. I don't want you guys suggesting people. I don't want none of that crap.
Yeah.
I don't want nobody's input. Especially if in the rare chance I change my mind, be like, you know what, I might want to get married. I might find somebody just as crazy as me. It
will eventually happen.
I don't think so.
I mean, I've always been against arranged marriage growing up. I always been at. But as I get older now, it's like I wouldn't mind, having family members be like, you know what, hey, this person might be interesting for you. I'll be open to it, but I'll still have to talk to them and do a lot of talking before I even consider you know what I'm saying? Moving on to the next step.
think the Indians have a good system. Have you watched Indian Matchmaker?
Hell no. What the fuck?
Bro, that is a good show. So the Indians arrange marriage. The kid goes to the parents, be like, find me something now. Okay. Right? So Indian Matchmaker, and it's an industry over there. So this lady, you have to watch it, bro. Season 1 and 2? No. Shut the fuck up. If you want me to watch Peacemaker, you have to watch that. Because
how the fuck you comparing Peacemaker to Indian
No. It's not
show.
comparing it to, but it's in terms of a good show, really interesting into the culture.
I'm not wasting my time with that bullshit.
You watch episode 1 and you'd never give up. But it's essentially the lady, she's a famous Indian matchmaker, right? And she makes bank. right?
Yeah,
Her
of
job is
course.
just to get people.
She's just
They
picking
come to
people up.
her. They come to her, and they're like, what do you want in a person? I want X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z.
She's a live Tinder.
She goes X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and Z, and then sometimes she'll have to like humble them and be like, yo.
Like you're ugly. You're not
No,
gonna
no,
get
no,
a
not
mom.
like that, dude. It's not like it's not that. They were like, my guy, your list of things is ridiculous.
Okay.
Right? You need to humble yourself. You need to find somebody. You need to like really think about X, Y, and Z. Or these are the compatibilities, all of that. And then they will go on like several dates, right? And they're like, this person work? Yes, no. That person work? Yes, no. The parents have like minimal input into the situation,
Of course.
right? Apart from like paying the bill. But ultimately, the way they go about like matchmaking, I would be very interested in like in if Sudanese people did like weddings just like Indian matchmaker like the Indians did. Like I would go to my mom and be like, bet you want to get married? Cool, let's call that matchmaker lady up. Let's see who else wants to get married. But then at the end of the day, like those people, there's some people who are still unmarried because they're like, I don't want like any of these. Some people have like really strict like
Well,
situations.
because it depends what they see. If they see status, if they like a person because of their status, if they like their person,
Whatever your reason is,
because your reason should
your
be
reason is your reason, bro. I'm not here
yeah,
to
but the
tell
reason
you.
should be overall is the person's character.
Yeah, your reason is your reason. Even if
Look,
you don't
because
care about character,
looks expire,
do
looks
you?
expire. Status he can be on top of the world, and the next day he can be on the lowest of the low. So it doesn't matter. The only thing that doesn't change is the person's character.
But yeah, I don't want anybody family members in my. If somebody comes up to me and says,
Yeah.
"Hey, you like you need to get married," blah blah blah, and
They're always telling it, bro.
I'll be like, no, no, no. I mean like aggressively. They're always joking around, like, "Oh, when's your
they've been
wedding?"
aggressive. My family's been aggressive on me now for the past 4 years, especially recently. Okay,
I
so
don't know why you're not married because you want to get married, don't you?
I wouldn't mind it.
Isn't that like something that you actively believe in marriage and want to start a family and stuff? So I'm
I
not surprised.
do.
I'm surprised why you don't.
I should have been married. Honestly, I should have been married. But by 25, I'm about to be 30 this year. I should have been married by 25. I should have had a kid at that time too.
I
But
forget we're the same age.
the only reason I regret it because
Should have had a kid.
I should have had a kid, man. Because now it's gonna be late.
Is it abortion?
No, dude. I don't believe in abortion.
Bro,
I'm just
I'm
kidding.
just fucking
I'm sorry.
with
I'm sorry. It's your body. It's your choice. That was a joke.
That really is your.
Yeah, it's not my choice.
I was just joking, by the way.
I know. Yeah.
I'm just
So
messing with
I should have because, but at the time I was thinking differently. I wanted to like have a house first, or I wanted to have the dream job that I wanted. Anyways, I don't want to get too deep about my past because now it's gonna be late, bro. Like let's say I get married in the next 3 years, right? And then I have a kid by 34, and by the time my kid is 10 and I want to play soccer with him or do jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna be in my 40s. I'm gonna be old. Like I'm not gonna
Do you
be
want me
as
to make you feel better?
I'm not gonna be as active now. If I had it at 25 and he's at 10 years old at 35, I would still be more active with him. So I do regret it.
Do you want me to make you feel better? No
No.
kid, no 10, 11. Oh, you said no. That's fine.
I'm just gonna go.
I'm gonna say it anyway.
Yeah.
No 10, 11-year-old really wants to play sports with their like wants their dad to teach them like that.
Okay, that's you. My child will. My child will.
Why will want you to teach? Can you play soccer like that?
Yes. But not gonna. But at 40, I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna be as. I'm not gonna be as active.
I want to play with my friends. Take me to a coach.
But and now as well, like now it's like a little bit, especially like since yesterday, because obviously, obviously, if people don't know, I'm not wearing a bucket hat. So after 3 years, I finally cut my hair. I cleaned up myself, and now my mom is like, "Get married." I was like, after a haircut, I was like, after one haircut, she's like, "Come on, like it's time," and I'm just like, I can't. Don't get me wrong, like I said, I never believed in arranged marriages, but it's just like, golly, bro, it's like I don't want that to be my last choice.
No, I feel
Like I want to like genuinely feel in love, marry a best friend. I don't care about no money. I want her, I don't want to care about no money either. I want her to be also be like bored of this nightlife bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I want her just to be like, let's just build a family, regardless if we have a small house or a big house, and just just have kids, man. Start a family. You don't see yourself with a family and kids, like that's the only thing. Purpose of life,
that's
man.
not. But that's not got
That's
nothing to
purpose
do.
of life.
That's nothing to do with. First of all, again, you want to get into. I think there's too many of us on this planet, but let's outside of for me personally, I have no interest. I have not no interest. It's not the responsible thing to do for me in my situation with my health to have kids.
You feel because they're gonna carry on. You think they're gonna carry on the same?
No, God no.
Okay, then what's the
No,
problem?
no.
You tell me right now, you're waking up one day and your
once-
son is chilling with you, y'all watching anime. You don't tell me that's a good moment to have?
I never said it's not, but
It'd be lit.
I at some point will be a burden on my family. and I have no interest in doing
Nah,
that.
you're thinking differently,
And there's
bro.
too many of us. Hey,
No, you're
I'm a
thinking
logical
differently.
thinker.
There's
There's
too many of us in the
many of
world. What the
us
fuck are you talking about, bro?
on
There's
this
so much
fucking
space in the
planet.
world.
I have no interest of having kids. If I have kids, I'm leaving them in a positive situation. I'm not having
Oh, you're
kids.
giving them for adoption?
No.
Then we're talking
No.
about leaving them in a better situation.
That means like my life has to be super stable. I have to at least be
Bro,
I have to have
that's
I
my
have to have stability. I have to be able to look after them. I have to be able to provide them. I feel like at least the similar lifestyle that I was provided.
dude. That's the thing I said when I was
And I want to be
25.
present. I don't want to be like,
That's
scrambled
exactly
brain. I don't
no.
want to I'm not going into like my health with the people on here, but I don't want to be scrambled brain at 45
That's
out
exactly what I
here.
said.
Like, I'm
No,
not doing
see,
that
that's
shit.
exactly what I said when I was 25, and now I regret it because it was like I have friends who were going much worse stuff than me with jobs bouncing from job to job, and they have kids and they still survived and they're still happy they had a child. And I'm just
That's
like,
fine.
if they did it, I could have done a 10 times better job.
I have
So that's one of the things I regret.
interest. I have no interest.
I would
in
have
doing
loved to
that.
have a little boy right now or like a little girl.
I have no interest in doing that, and luck favors the prepared. If I say, cool, I have everything set up in life to have kids. I have kids, and then everything falls apart down the line. Cool, that's life. Life sucks. Nobody can plan the future, but I have to, at least for my mental, be like, I did what I could to make sure my kids have are in the best situation. My wife has the best situation.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm not gonna do that. And
Yeah.
I don't see that in the immediate or short or long term future. Shit, in 10 years you might have to get a new co-host, my guy.
Nah, but for me, like, I'm fine now because like I have my nephew Charlie, who's literally looks like just like he's my
I
child.
could just be a great uncle. Like I'm
dude,
more than happy with
honestly,
that. Like if my sister has kids,
I'm
I'm
not-
more
I'm
than
not-
happy just being a great uncle.
100%. That is, I wouldn't say it's a job, but that is the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. From my first niece till now, like being the funny uncle, the crazy one, the chill one. It's like the best thing ever happened to me. Because that's me. That's who I am. And my nephew Charlie is my world. Like
my mom's sister was that to us, and she's a real like one of the like a mentor in my life.
Yeah.
And I talk to her like on a like multiple times a week. It would be daily basis if she wasn't in Australia on the other side of the world.
Like when my niece comes up to me and she's talking to me about like Marvel and stuff, and we have conversations.
Yeah.
Like all my problems are gone, and she always runs up to me. It's like, "Hi, uncle." Like, man, like it's literally the best thing that ever fucking happened.
I wanna mess with my sister and her like her husband in the event that they have kids, and I'll be like,
yeah,
listen to them, they're crazy.
This is why. When it comes to my nieces,
this is why they're crazy. Don't listen to them.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to them. When it comes to my nieces, it's a yes all around. Like I can't say no. My nephews, it's a different world.
You know what? I didn't even think of like when I said I want to be a great uncle.
Yeah.
I might have to like, because I think they're probably going to be in the same place as like his siblings.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to fight his siblings for time.
Oh yeah.
Match on. Knew it if you're watching it, game on.
Yeah.
Like they're not married yet, they're still engaged,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm just like, oof, I'm gonna have to fight his brothers and sisters for like for time.
The funniest nephew I have.
Nephew.
The funniest nephew I have is my older brother Zane, his boy. He's the funniest one.
Your older brother?
My older brother AB. He met AB.
Oh, AB. I thought you said Zane. I'm like, who the hell is Zane?
His son.
Okay, his
so
son.
He's
name
Abu
is
Zain.
Zane.
Yeah,
okay,
so
I didn't know that.
So AB is Abu Zain.
I was like, who the hell is Zane?
But it's funny, dude. He is the funniest little fucker. Like he walks around, he goes, "You're a poop head," and he just runs.
So I'll bet.
Yeah,
sure.
I smack him though.
Sure.
It's hilarious.
Well, yeah. I think we got real deep into life.
I know, man.
I don't want to go. My tech news for this week is pretty.
What is it?
It was supposed to be about the EU forcing Apple to let people not use their app store, and kind of like Android, where you can just download the app like from the internet and just use it.
Because it's cheaper for them. They make.
Well, not cheaper. It's some about anti-competitive and all that sort of crap. But yeah. I'm so sick of the EU.
The only tech news
the
I
EU
had
is so annoying.
I think the only tech news I have where it turns out that the celebrities that they still have their blue check on Twitter is Elon is paying for him. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, like Elon is paying for some people's blue check, which is like $5 obviously, but it's nothing because they don't want to pay for it. So he wants to still keep them to use Twitter.
Speaking of Elon, you saw his rocket blow up. Actually, you know what? We have some tech stuff.
His rocket blew up. I watched the launch, but I didn't finish it. But
it got to the end around 4 minutes and just started spinning. It was supposed to rotate. It was actually supposed to rotate before it got to the last stage.
Yeah.
And then it kept spinning.
No, because
I
saw on Twitter
and just blew up.
I saw on Twitter like launches and I just skipped it. And I was like, oh, this is probably gonna be good.
Damn,
I should have.
They all blow up. They all blow up. It didn't
no,
even make
some
it
of them
into
land
space.
back. Some of them land back.
Don't even make it into space. None of them have made it to space right now. And
the Tesla made it to space.
Fuck off.
Did it? Yes or no?
Whatever.
Did it make it to space? You know,
did.
The Tesla with the little astronaut in there? Didn't that make it to space?
Did it?
Yes, it was hovering around. It was on you like on live for a fucking
I
minute.
don't think it made it into space, but we'll see.
It made it to space.
Bro, upper stratosphere is not space, bro.
Okay,
But
here we fucking go.
let's see. Like you got to be outside of Earth's atmosphere. So that's literally the definition of space.
Yeah, whatever.
But anywho, no, they none of them none of them have hit space yet. But the part that annoyed me is that it's like the fourth test or something. It's like the third or fourth
It
test.
really has a lot of tests.
Yeah, so many of them. And at the end of it, you see everyone when it blows up. I've never seen people so happy for something to blow up. The
people are
cheers in the room.
no.
I'm saying you guys should be ashamed. He should cut you like he cut the Twitter people.
No, people are
Like
people, for some reason people love to see people fail.
like
It's
we
weird.
landed on
It's
the moon.
so weird.
No. These are people inside SpaceX.
Cheering when it
Yes.
failed because they hate
I don't know
him.
if it cheered with it's failed. Like what? Somebody tell me on the internet. Why were they cheering? Like guys, Elon should be disgusted by
Maybe
you.
he
They
saw
were
something-
they were
maybe
in
he saw
space
something
and
else.
landing on the moon in like the 60s. You
Nah,
guys out
Maybe
here
it's
can't.
something else where somebody edited it out.
No. I watched the stream. Like I went
So
on
the
CNET.
rocket failed and the team start cheering.
I went on CNET. I watched it on CNET and they had the whole stream, the whole like 5 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
And people are just cheering. Like they're cheering as he goes up, and then once it finally they start spinning and everything and then blows up and I'm like, bro, why are these people happy? Like somebody explain to me the significance of this.
I don't know.
That they did break a record. They did get higher than before.
Maybe they wanted to like reach something they did and just like fuck it, if it exploded.
I guess they did. That's probably it. But
That's
I
what it
was
is, yeah.
I was so super
because we don't know what
confused.
they're really planning because they can't really not say anything.
Yeah, there's a lot of
But
money.
Elon is crazy though because I saw an interview with
He needs to start give up on that.
I saw an interview with Mark Cuban and they asked him about Elon. He goes like, no, he's a good person. He's like, but he said that this is how I know he's different. Yeah, I guess like he had his like I don't know what number child he had, Elon.
I
And
think it was like a 3 or 4.
yeah, and Cuban said he was like, oh, you had another kid. He goes, yeah, Mars need more people.
No, he named him Xylophone.
Like he's really like Mars need people. Like that's what he's thinking about reproducing. Like
Mm.
that's crazy.
Everybody should know we're not terraforming Mars.
He
Get
might.
that out there.
Elon might.
There's no atmosphere yet, Assam.
Dude, honestly, I can.
You need
can't.
the bare minimum you need is an atmosphere.
I don't know,
It
man.
doesn't need to be a good one, but
Elon
to give
is
you a
different, bro.
chance.
Elon is different. I believe in Elon. If Elon gives you a job to go to Mars, would you?
To do what at Mars?
I don't know. Start it.
Want me to just go and sit there and come back? For him to leave me and come back?
No, start. Build a. You'd probably be a dictator there in Mars. You fuck.
I would be a dictator here. I would be the best. I would be such a good Iron Fist ruler. You guys would be like, you know what? The system works. We just
No, it
need to
doesn't. No,
evaluate people better.
They will fucking assassinate you in the first fucking month.
You know why they'd assassinate me?
Why?
Because I wouldn't give a fuck about the global agenda. I'd be like that dude from James Bond movie. Remember when he signed the contract and he was like,
Yeah.
if you don't agree to this water contract, my guy, we just kill you. And how do you think you got your job?
Yeah.
Right. That's the only way I would die. My people would not rise up against me. Internationally, they would kill me. My people
I'm
would
not
not
gonna
rise
lie.
up.
I think being a dictator would be fun.
It wouldn't be fun. I would just to prove people wrong.
Yeah. But I mean, it's your way or that's it.
I'd be like, no. I wouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
I'm not killing people. Like dictators don't have to be murderous.
Just because
the past dictator is
because that's the only way you show power.
no dictator is just I'm not leaving. You can figure it out. I'm not leaving.
Yeah, and then also killing people because you have to show you have power. You have to put fear in them.
What if you do a good job and they're like, we don't want him to leave. He's doing a great job. The country's flowing. Like
That never happens.
how do you know?
That never happens. Name one.
Name
one person that's been.
It probably does happen, and we're not. There's 192 countries. I'm sure it's happened, and it's
Never.
happened before. But we'll look it up.
No,
but
they end up missing the person when they kill him, and they'd be like, "Fuck!" Because as soon as there's a dictator,
the transition of power is always. It's
the
just like
transition of
Sudan right
power,
now.
and then as soon as the person gets killed, they'd be like, "Actually, you know what? He wasn't that bad because he had this under control. He had these people under control. There's no civil war. Our dollar was good." That's what I'm saying. That's how it happened. It happens to every dictator that failed. They always
I'm
look
gonna
back.
look it up. I'm sure one of them was beloved by the people, and he was killed by somebody else. I'm telling you.
King Faisal, but he wasn't a dictator though.
My issue is it's not that if your people hate you and you fuck up the country, right, and then you leave, that's when you're a bad dictator.
Yeah.
I feel like if you get killed by international forces, I feel like you were a good dictator if your people liked you and weren't really complaining.
Yeah, it was for these people, not for the politics.
Yeah, exactly. There's some people like
Yeah,
I want to be. I'd be like on a Wakanda thing, be like lock this all up. I don't want none of you here.
I
don't
want all my sources to stay for my people.
We will figure out how to live alone before we start inviting you guys to do international trade.
For
We need to
real.
clean all this shit up.
For real.
The rest of you guys get the fuck out. I don't want to see no satellites above me. I will shoot that shit down. I say, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I
All of you.
believe it.
Embassy? Nah, out.
Fuck that.
Do I have a Sudanese passport? Get the fuck out.
I make my own currency.
I built this wall. Get the fuck out.
Facts. Actually, that is true. Wakanda does have a wall. Why we're not complaining about that?
Yeah, because it's beautiful.
Oh no,
I
dude.
love that movie. When they
Can you
caught the
imagine?
French, when they caught the French, and I was
Oh,
like,
that's
bro, the
fire.
French are the worst of the French are the worst of the colonizers.
Facts.
I sometimes look at that passport and I'm like fucking embarrassed. Like
To
you
have a
people
French
are
passport.
terrible.
We.
I'm glad my grandmother was a good person because
Uh,
the rest of the French, I'm like, oh, the rest of the French, you guys are terrible dictator, like terrible colonizers. My worst colonizer list, it goes France, England, maybe the Belgian or like the Spanish. The Spanish
yeah.
didn't do a good job.
Eng-
They never held shit down.
England loves fucking. They strive on taking over.
Oh, the French. The reason I put the French number one because they're still blatantly in business in like certain West African countries,
Yeah.
but it's like blatant.
Bro,
It's not hidden.
imagine being in that era where it's like, oh yeah, we like this island. It's ours now. It's like, how
Right?
fucking ignorant can you be?
It's like it's like the mindset of like, oh, I'm first here. This is mine.
And then you see the
And they
natives.
see other people like, oh yeah, look, we discovered people. And then from their perspective, like, who the fuck are these
Yeah.
people?
Only if they
Like,
knew. Only if they fucking knew what they
right?
were.
Only it's just life is crazy. It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
It's like whose eye are you like?
But then
looking
also
through?
like if that never happened, like for an example, like if that never happened, then you won't see like the domino effect after that. You see what I'm saying? Like the people mixing and then the cultures.
One day, not in our lifetime, but
Yeah.
one day the whole world will be beige.
Yeah.
Everybody
No,
will,
that's always been
everybody will mix, and the whole world's gonna be light skin.
Yeah.
They're gonna be high yellow.
100%.
But wait, what I want to say before we went? Oh fuck! Something popped into my head as we were going to talk about this. I have to.
What is it?
Well, there was the whole Sudan conflict.
Praise out to Sudan.
Yeah, so I wanted to give them a shout out before. I wanted to give them a shout out, and just for people who, just to break it down in simple terms, right? When we were talking about transition of power, right? The people of Sudan got rid of Ahmed al-Bashir, right, in 2019, right? Great job, we knocked them out. Now the problem is that we have the person who's running the military and the paramilitary that was set up by Bashir, right? Now they're fighting over who's going to run shit. Everybody wants to run the country, right? And this has nothing to do with the people. So don't let people on the news, like media outlets, talk about civil war this, civil war that. This is blatant greed, blatant greed, blatant abuse of power. And I promise you, as soon as all of this, whichever side gives up, doesn't matter. So these people don't want none of these two in power. As soon as all this gives up, finishes, watch the Sudanese people, like the civilians, get up and be like, bet, cool, now we rise up again. Because they're going to protest because they're so mad.
Yeah.
Whoever wins is not going to win peacefully. Nobody wants either
not
of
even
you
that.
in.
It's not gonna be loved by the people because the people are the ones that are suffering.
Yeah.
Like they paying the price. So it's like if you're gonna win and be like, oh, now we take power, like, dude, fuck you.
So
like you made us go through hell.
Yeah, they made us go through hell, and I tried imagine to my Americans, Arizonans here. Imagine whatever major city, right? Let's take Phoenix, because Khartoum is kind of built like Phoenix in terms of the airport is in the middle, everything else kind of surrounds it, right? Imagine one day you wake up and Phoenix Sky Harbor is being bombed, right? Sky Harbor is destroyed. This roads around Sky Harbor, the 10 is destroyed, blocked off, heavy fighting. There's jets doing Tom Cruise, Top Gun shit in right above you. You're in Chandler, you're in Scottsdale, you're in Tempe, not some on the outskirts type shit, like right in the middle. Tanks, heavy artillery driving right through the middle of the cities, people being shot, stuck in their homes, electricity's gone, water's gone. Think about all of that. Put that into perspective. This is literally what the people of Khartoum are going through, right? There were days like people are finally starting to be able to figure out, like they're risking their lives to be able to figure out how to escape to quieter areas. And then next thing you know, those areas are no longer quiet.
Yeah.
Right. Like I have family right now I think they're finally on the planning, they're planning the escape phase. But I had family who haven't had water for 6 days.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things, I'm very blessed to say that my family is fortunate, but these are the things that no matter how rich you are, these are things you cannot escape.
Exactly.
Like I have friends whose homes have been taken over,
destroyed.
Homes have been destroyed. People kicked out of their homes. People just waking up one morning, finding people in their homes from the paramilitary. And all you hear, I called one of my cousins one day and all I could just hear, she was first of all exhausted. And then she just sent me a voice note, didn't even say anything, just held the voice note, and you could just hear in the background.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And she's in a major part of the city.
Yeah.
So it's absolutely bonkers. So really educate yourselves, guys. Make sure that you're, if you're not Sudanese, you know what you can do? spread awareness. I know it doesn't
Yes.
sound like much, but spread awareness, because the more the world pays attention to this, media outlets just want money. The more they're able to get awareness, the more things get amplified. The voice gets amplified, right? Learn a little media manipulation, right? So please, guys, make sure.
100%.
And for those who want, please pray for the people, and
Inshallah khair,
hopefully they
inshallah
get
khair.
out.
Yeah, if everybody's so down.
So that was one little message. Just wanted to probably clip this later.
No, 100%. Yeah, no, 100%.
Woo. We're gonna watch. Oh, workout. I just wanted to say before we left. Yes. So last week I said I will keep you guys up up to date with my weigh-ins. 211, right? From last week, I think went down just 1.5 pounds. I only went to the gym like 2-3 times.
That's good.
And the third time was I have struggled to be able to count that as
It's
a
a start. It's a start.
But I really did cut down all my food. Like today, I still haven't eaten.
You gotta eat.
I still
You
haven't
gotta
eaten.
fuel your body.
No, I'm going to, but I still haven't eaten. I ran some errands all morning. Yesterday I had like 2 meals. They were big meals, but 2 meals nonetheless.
Yeah.
And today I'm going to have a fucking meal. I'm gonna go to Shawarma Supreme before the game.
That place.
I'm gonna get the shawarma fries though. The shawarma fries.
That food knocks you out, man.
Bro,
How do you
it's the
stay
whole
awake
point.
after eating that?
Because I don't know.
No, every time I eat there, like I literally take it to go because I know for a fact as soon as I take a bite, I'm going to fruit coma.
Growing up, my cousins used to call me download because I would eat whatever the
Right.
fuck I want and just spend my time. Because I was a tech nerd, but I also spend my time on the toilet taking a crap because I would
Ew, bro,
I
what
would
the
eat
fuck you
nonsense.
talking about,
I would eat
son?
nonsense. I would eat everything.
Nah,
like
you're done, fam. You're done.
I would eat everything, and then my cousins would be like, "Bro, what the fuck is like? How are you still alive? How are you
Yeah,
eating all of this? How are you still awake?" And just that my cousins used to make fun of me, and this is, I think, in my adulthood, it's catching up to me because I
Yeah.
can't live that life anymore.
No, I'm now where if I eat a good meal, like I need a nap. I have
But
to take a nap.
I want to say this before I go. If anybody here is a personal trainer, whatever, who wants a blank project, who wants a little before and after to brag about, I will do whatever the fuck you want. Call me, DM us, be like, yo,
DM him. I don't need it. I got my coaches.
a little pudgy there. A little humility wouldn't kill you, you know.
You're fatter than me.
You could have just said I don't want it. You didn't have to be like I don't.
You
need
called
it.
me pudgy. You fuck. So
How much do you weigh?
206.
You don't weigh 206.
Wallah, 206.
I
Why
need
the
to-
fuck would I lie by my weight?
I need pictures because you
Huh?
thought
I'm not. You're not getting no fucking pictures. You fucking weirdo.
pictures of the scale, bro. Not
Fucking weirdo.
fuck off.
Fucking.
Take a picture
What?
of the scale. I don't believe you.
No, I'm 206.
All right.
I
All
started.
right,
when
goal to become lighter.
I
That's all.
started training like aggressively. I would say late of October of last year, and I was at 250, and now I'm at 206.
I think the best thing I did
I
was
I,
cut
I,
sugar.
I was under 200, but then I gained a couple of pounds because like I wanted to eat. But yeah,
I
now
will
I'm
say this to the
206.
people: like the first thing to do, guys, cut or really minimize your sugar.
Yeah, sugar is a
Like
big thing.
as long as if you want to eat like sugar, as long as the source you're getting it from, like fruit and
Yeah.
shit, is fine. But don't be like cut soda
You know,
out.
but you know what I do? I don't really meal prep. What I do is like I cook my own meals. But
What's your favorite meal prep?
my only thing is just chicken and rice, or I use the carne asada meat. I grill it and I cut it up and just put it on the white rice, and that's it.
My favorite.
That's what I'm saying. My meals are basic. They're not like I'm not cooking those some like garlic this or like mixing these things. Like I just eat natural meats, like organic meats, and then cup of rice. That's it.
My
and
meal
then
preps
for
used to
veggies,
be-
you can just literally get the green mix. It has all the veggie stuff that you need, and you just put it on water, drink it, and then you get your all intake in.
My favorite meal preps used to be like just buying the packs of salmon, or getting
Salmon is good.
getting a roast chicken from
just
like
break it down.
fries and just break it down.
Yeah,
And then
they're high in salt, but it's okay.
I know that you told me that, but at
Yeah.
the same time, like, bro,
That's the cheapest way to do it.
Probably the
But-
cheapest way. That chicken is like what, $5?
Yeah,
$5.99, some shit like that from fries.
But that's what I do with my meats. Like I will go to like the grocery store, Fry's, and whatever they have is like $6-7. That's what I make it. I make a meal out of that for the whole day.
I would literally get
So technically, like and then for the rice, I buy the minute or cup rice.
for the rice. So I would buy in bulk. I have like big bag of like brown rice, like whole grain brown rice.
Get on white rice.
Why?
White rice is the same shit. It's just better, tastes better.
But I like in terms of like fiber and stuff like that, I like the whole grain, right? But I would get
To
that
each
whole
their own.
chicken. To each their own. I get that whole chicken. I would get like literally a can of sweet corn, a can of green peas.
Okay.
Right. I would make the rice in the rice cooker, and I would even after I took apart the chicken, like
Yeah.
chop it up and then like sear it, put a little bit on the stove
Yeah.
and then mix my greens and then take it out and then mix it with the rice and then start
Yeah.
packaging it away. That's probably like the cheapest, most efficient. But I get bored. I get so bored.
Well, it's that's what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to like your transformation, when you're trying to lose weight, a couple of things. Stop looking at like an end date. Look at it as a marathon. So
Yeah, I
stop.
don't have an end date.
And then what's it called? Though, when it comes to food, think about it. You're just like flew in your body. So that's why you have to have your mindset. Like you always have to remind yourself every day why you're doing this, because like the food does get boring. You get tired. Sometimes as well, you're putting the same work and you're not seeing any like results. And that's the point of it. Like you really have to just get over that. Because that's why a lot of people quit, because they go for the 3 weeks straight and they're losing 3-4 pounds a week. They're like, oh, this is great. And then by the time they hit 5-6 weeks, nothing changes. And they'd be like, well, then what the fuck am I doing? I hate this. This is boring.
Yeah.
You have to get over that stage. You have to get over that
People will
stage.
notice the change in you before you do.
100%. People will notice the change.
Never. When I went from 240 to like 210, I could not see the difference.
No, because even though when you look in the mirror, you still see that the old you. But everybody's like, damn, man, what's up? I still experience that to this
could not
day.
see the difference.
I still
then people
it.
were like, "Bro, you look light, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, triceps is popping." I'm like, "Really? Like, I don't
The only
really
time
see that."
when it starts clicking,
Not anymore. So.
When it starts clicking, is like, oh shit, like I need, my pants don't fit no more. Like they're slipping off. This shirt, that's perfect. I haven't put this shirt on in like 6 years. Like that's when you start seeing the difference.
That weirdly enough that happened. I maybe went down one size.
Yeah.
Even though I was lost like at the time, like what at the time I was like 30 some pounds.
Yeah.
And I looked at him like, damn, I'm still only one size down.
Like that button up that I was wearing, that shit was not fitting. Like when I was 50, that shit was up here. Like I couldn't even button it. And now it's just like whoop, slip.
I think it's because at the time, maybe it's because I was working out mostly legs because I was also rehabbing at the same time.
Yeah.
So I was doing a lot of legs. So maybe I
don't
could
skip
put
leg
more.
days, do either. Don't be skipping.
I don't skip leg
days
at all. I can't. But my shoulders all fucked up right now. I can't do anything but like up until abs. I can't go up past chest because I need my arms for that.
I don't know how I don't know how people like just do upper body.
I just do legs.
Dude, there's nothing cornier than I see somebody with no legs, like chicken legs and then bigger upper body. I'm like, what the fuck?
By the time this is done,
how the fuck do you even walk around in public?
How do you how do you have the nerve to like try
even
to flex
act hard?
On people?
Yeah, like no, dude, it's
like,
weird. There's always everybody that goes to gym. It's weird when you go to different gyms. You see the same characters but different people, and there's always that one guy. He's always doing pull-ups and he's screaming, dropping the 80 down dumbbells, and his legs are like a stick. I'm like, bro, you ain't hard, bro. One leg kick and you're fucking done. But yeah, well, so if you are going through your transformation, just stick to it, man.
And if you are a personal therapist
DM
in
Kareem,
Arizona,
Kareem.
I'm in Glendale. We'll drive anywhere if you want to before and after.
He'll drive anywhere. I
have a gym. I have the gym membership and everything, so you don't need to worry about
DM
that.
Kareem for transformation. He'll help you out.
I will not help me out. I want to be transformed.
That's what I'm saying. He'll help you out.
So, bro, I want to be transformed.
Yeah, no, he'll help you out.
But I need accountability, and I can't.
Yeah,
I can't. This is a good start. Reporting my weight weekly on the pod is a good start
to keep you
motivated. Because then when I was looking at like by Monday.
Well, just think about it this way.
We recorded Sunday. Just think about Monday, I was like, bro, I had a shitty eating Saturday.
Just think about it this way. You're fatter than me. Use that as a motivation. Kareem's fatter than me.
Okay.
I can say this to your ear.
I will say I'll give you props though. When I first met you, bro, you were pudgy.
Yeah.
When I first met you, you were pudgy. Like he had a transformation. That neck neck was like.
And you know what's crazy too? Like,
and now it's like
I'm at 206, 240. So we're not. I dropped that much fat, and I'm
good job, mashallah.
But listen. I'm only halfway. Like I'm not done. Like that's what I tell people.
You
like,
still gotta get
praised. Oh, you're good. I'm like, the job is not finished. Like, job is not finished. When I reach my goal, you guys will, like, people will know. Then I'll be like, now I can take a little step back and chill, eat this and that. But no, job is not finished yet.
Okay. Well, let's wrap it up today because I think we went. I don't know what time it is, but
now we had a free episode for you.
Oh, it's 7:08, bro. I gotta watch the game.
Okay.
We gotta watch the Laker game.
Well,
I'll
he has
let
to
you
go
guys
watch his
next
boys.
week.
I gotta go watch the boxing fight.
Isn't that the same time?
The card starts at the same time, but the main event is like till later. But I like to watch the free fights.
That's fine. Anywho, well, have a great day, guys.
Yes, Eid Mubarak again.
Or a great
Love
week
y'all.
as well.
Thanks for listening.
We will see you guys next week. Please like and subscribe. Tell your friends. And yeah.
This Lost on Podcast episode 6 gone. Peace.